nephew there? Was it your nephew? Who was you with that day?
I was with
Yeah. You ready, Sil?
Yeah, I'm ready.
oh that was ribs. You understand?
Wholesale.
The Rib brothers. You understand? A long time.
Hold on, bro.
Montez Fleming out of San Jose.
Blue. Put it up top. Yeah, what's better?
Oh, that's much better.
Well, look at that.
No, that's too high.
What? Is too high for you?
Yeah, it's too high.
Okay, that's too high for you. It's perfect for me, but it's too high for you.
No, put it on one side.
Wait.
Right
you
there.
Wait, look. You want that one?
We'll do it like
This
this.
one is. This
No, this cool right here.
Yeah, there we go.
Or you can hold it. 'Cause my battery gonna be going in a minute anyway.
All right, hey y'all, hold on, man. We coming right. I'm good. Bang. I'm straight.
Yeah.
All right, little shit I'm gonna tell you to show you.
How many followers you got?
I'm over 2.5 million.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just made you official. Even though you made me official, I just turned around and made you.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, man. To my YouTube audience, to my man Blue's Facebook audience. First off, it's an honor and a privilege, man, to even be here to do this interview, man, with such a legend and with such a club that has left history. One thing about this motorcycle set, man, that if you get involved in it, it will entangle you and it will intrigue you into so many different directions.
Oh, yeah.
The biggest thing, though, like I tell everybody, people ask me all the time, like, Sal, all these written rules and all of this stuff, where does it come from? And I tell them it comes from you getting out here, speaking to the OGs, speaking to the older clubs, to find out what all this stuff originated from and where it came from. So I want you guys to introduce yourself, let them know who you are for those that don't know, and tell them how many years you got in this thing and
Sil,
the whole nine yards.
speak up.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's good.
My name's Heavy Evans. I'm one of the founders of Soul Brothers. I started riding in Palo Alto in 1955. I was a rattler. We started rattling December 24th, 1955. And I was a member there. And so...
Okay, what was it? Was the Rattlers a motorcycle club or a car club?
Rattler Motorcycle Club.
Okay.
Fillmore District.
Fillmore District.
You had to know somebody to go in there. You
That-
couldn't walk the street unless you know somebody.
Okay.
That's when the Fillmore was in bloom.
So the Rattlers was when you started off there.
Yeah.
And then you founded the Soul Brothers.
I started with the Soul Brothers in 1967.
Okay.
Yeah.
1967.
Yeah. We are our 50th anniversary today.
50 years in the game.
Yeah, 50 years in the game from the Soul Brothers.
Let me ask you this. When you first started the Soul Brothers, when you first got involved with the Soul Brothers, what was the biggest difference? Bear!
Big Bear!
Bear!
Big Bear.
Come on, get in this, man. Okay, you coming. So what was it back then? 50 years ago, with all the racism, with all of that, what was it?
They said it couldn't be done.
Okay.
But I know it ain't the color of a man's skin.
They said what can't be done.
We couldn't have said a mixed club would not work because the Angels they didn't have no blacks. You understand? But when they started in 46, they was mixed.
Oh, the Angels?
Angel was mixed in 46.
Yeah, 'cause I saw a picture on Facebook this morning
Yeah.
with Toby. Toby Jean or whoever that was, and it was a brother, light-skinned brother, looked like Lionel Richie with the Hells Angels cut. They was in like a court building or something like that, or somewhere, but they was dressed
So they
down.
originally started off integrated, but then they went to all white?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
In Fontana, California.
Fontana.
That's where they birthed Mark.
And what made Soul Brothers come out integrated from the beginning?
Because I was one of the guys that were racing everybody, you understand? All colors,
Taking all fades.
all faith. And so and me, Elroy Booker,
Yeah.
James Earl,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Brad Purcell,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and Lil Lou,
Yeah.
all of us, we bonded together June of 1967. We got our patches in September of 1967.
Now back then, let me ask you this question. Back then, did you guys have to get permission to start Soul
No,
Brothers?
no, never.
So where does all that come? Where does all that come from now? I mean, now when clubs have to go out and get permission and be granted, you know, that type of stuff. Where does that come from?
You know, we got all these 5 or 6, 6 or 7 guys come up and say they make a club, and then they wanna see Soul Brothers.
Yeah.
We didn't give nobody. They didn't have to come through us to start the club
Okay.
because we got room for everybody.
Which also means, that's cool, Sal, let her hold.
Okay,
Which
go ahead.
also means that you guys pretty much, Soul Brothers, well, we're going to talk about Soul Brothers. Soul Brothers is one of the main black clubs that birthed all the rest of our clubs.
Mixed club.
Yes.
Mixed club.
But you made a way for people like me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
To be able to join in and be with anybody.
Yes.
My
See, it
question
ain't the
is-
color of a person's skin, it's what's in their heart.
Let me ask you this. What is it about motorcycling? What is the most important thing that we should take from motorcycling?
Well, let me tell you about myself.
Okay.
I'm born and raised in Mississippi. I come out in the state of California in 1955.
Okay.
You understand? And I used to be down I was a sharecropper, and I used to, a motorcycle rider come through out there, cold chill. I said if I ever get grown, I was going to get me a motorcycle. So I got my first motorcycle in Palm Springs, California.
What kind did you have?
Harley Davidson.
Nice.
I never rode nothing but a Harley Davidson.
So where's the myth that the Suzuki's and the Hondas
Well,
before the Harley
they
Davidson?
come in the 70s because, you know, everybody was trying to go fast, and then the Japs started going, you know, riding Honda. It's just a preference. It ain't the bike, it's the man.
No, but what I'm saying, Heavy, what I'm saying, OG, is that one of the misconstrued things is that we couldn't afford Harley, so we was riding Hondas and Suzuki
Right,
first.
right. You
Is
get them
that
a
the
food stamp.
truth? Okay, is that the truth?
Yeah.
Or the Harleys come
You
first?
get a Honda with food stamp. You know?
Yeah.
Everybody couldn't ride a Harley Davidson.
Okay, so did they come first or did the Hondas come first?
The Harley Davidson come first.
Harley Davidson come first. Okay.
Because I remember the time when I'd ride up with a Harley Davidson, man asked me, what you doing on a Harley Davidson?
Yeah.
Black man isn't supposed to ride a Harley Davidson.
Okay.
You understand? He had to ride Trine, PSA, Norden, and all of that.
Okay.
But
So let me ask you something, OG. This is a problem that I have, and people know I have it. My club members know I have it. You know my dad, Big Hodge.
yeah,
And I was the president of the Liberty Riders that started the Vegas chapter, but now I'm Hog Life.
uh-huh.
But Liberty Riders is still in my heart and always be because that's my DNA.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about these clubs that say you can't join my club unless you have a Harley Davidson?
Oh, that's a person in insecurity. That's insecurity. Every man, don't make no difference what breed or whatever you is, everybody is somebody.
Yes.
I ride Harley Davidson, you ride Honda, you still a man.
Yes.
You have to, the bike don't make you, you make the bike.
Yes. And the man on the bike is the man that makes the brotherhood, not that bike.
That's right.
Because if somebody beating the shit out of you, that bike can't come grab this big ass dude up
No,
off of you.
no.
It's that man that's on that bike that you don't even want in your club.
That's right.
Hey, Heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
They call me Diesel, Soul Brother. You know, this is what this brother he just said. Talk about getting along, right? And I find out that a lot of brothers, you know, we come together and we come into a club motorcycle club, and we come into a democratic voting system. Is that right?
Yeah.
And we vote, you know, on who we want for president.
What did you say? A democratic what?
Voting system, democratic voting system. That we vote.
A democratic voting system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happens is, even though
Can't leave it up in the sun.
we got a president, so say this man, whoever he is, the president, right?
Yeah.
But understand, we are all kings of our own castles at home. Okay, and we've come together in our later lives as grown men, and we need to learn how to get along with each other. I'm saying something that will help clubs and new clubs. Okay. Yeah. When we come together as strangers and now as grown men, we can't spread our wings too far. I can't bump this man too tough, too rough. I don't know him yet.
Yeah.
But if we take our time to get to know each other as blood brothers, and respect each other, and we can spread our wings a little farther, so when I bump you a little later in the next couple of years, I won't agitate you as much. Because I've gotten to know you.
Real quick, key thing that you said, and I want you to elaborate on that. You said, take your time and get to know this brother so that if you do bump him, he know that it's nothing, because a lot of times when you bump, it's just that an accident. And the reason why I said stop there is because you have a lot of people, and this is my witness. He's on a Vegas set. He know about what's going on with Gorilla Blue, or what's been going on, or whatever you want to call it. If somebody have an issue with me, and his president too, he said, I'm not going to dislike Gorilla Blue, but you don't. So how do you feel about what you just said, but mixed with Blue? I don't want to fuck. I don't like that nigga. I don't fuck with him.
Look, man, it's like you said, because you mad at him, I'm not mad at him, okay? Let me get to know him for me. Okay?
Yeah.
And what we need to do, what happens is a lot of people, you know, I would ask anybody and everybody who's watching this, I want y'all to pick a number between 2 and 1 million. And whatever number you pick, that's fine. Because whatever it is, I'm not gonna ask you what it is. I'll tell you why, I got number 1 covered. And I'm saying to you, as men and women, let's start being number 1 in our lives. Look in the mirror and fall back in love with you.
I got number 1 covered.
Okay? Let's do that first. Now we can start respecting one another, and guess what? If I know how to respect you and treat you, I already recognize and I can verify when you're not respecting me. It's mandatory I respect you, but not mandatory to respect me, because I know something about respect and treating and loving and sharing and caring. So what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna hate you, I'm gonna love you where you at, up in them trees out there.
That just gave me the chills.
You understand what I'm saying?
He said
I ain't gonna
something.
waste time to hate you, but I'm gonna love you where you at,
He
wherever
said
you may
it's
be.
mandatory that I respect you. It ain't mandatory that you respect me. And then he said pick a number 1 through whatever.
Number 2 through me.
Yeah, 2 through 1 million. He said he ain't worried about what number you pick because he got number 1 covered. And I'm gonna mandatory give you respect. It's not mandatory that you respect me back.
Evie, let me ask you this, man. When you see the generation now and you see where we are now, what does that mean to you?
Well, you understand, I see a lot of youngsters and everything. You know, when you become a biker, a lot of people take it the wrong way.
Yes.
They take it, you understand, now I'm a biker, I'm somebody.
Okay.
You understand, you were somebody before you started
Well, at least
riding.
you should have been.
Yeah,
At least you should have been.
yeah. So, you know, I tell everybody when they start riding, see, I started riding way back. You understand, when you just see the 1 or 2 black with a holiday.
Okay.
You understand? Not no whole lot. You understand? I started with the Rattlers, you understand, in San Francisco, December 24th, 1955. And my thing was, I love racing.
Okay.
Street racing. And, you know, I was the first black man in all of California to go to LA to race,
Yeah.
you know, the north and the south.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My first race in Los Angeles was with a guy by the name of Arizona Red. That was in 56.
The first race in 56.
In 56.
First Harley race for us was in 56.
In 56.
Arizona against Arizona. Who is Arizona Red? A white boy?
No, he's a black guy.
Oh, okay.
They called him Arizona Red.
Okay.
And so we raced. That was the time when Big Hunter, Lee Drew, and all them boys, there was just very few blacks with Harley Davidson down there.
Say, don't give him
I got it, man. I'm just trying to make
Let her
sure.
just hold it like she asked you.
So, were you crossing state lines back then, Heavy?
Huh?
Were you crossing state lines back then?
No, we went across the state line. We were going from Frisco to LA. You understand, 19 hours to go from Frisco to LA pushing and pulling.
Yeah.
You understand, old motorcycle breaking down, you understand, refixing them, keep rolling.
Were you ever welcome when you first started? Was y'all just riding like we ride with no problem? Or did you have to worry about the white boys trying to say something?
No, we didn't. We didn't. Because we was all on one side, they was on their side.
And you guys didn't cross their side, so the myth that the white boys or whatever told y'all, long as y'all don't come over here, we ain't gonna...
But it wasn't like that.
Okay.
Because in 1957, we was in San Mateo, California, was a rattler.
Yeah.
We took 18 broads from that Frisco Angel at one night. Yeah. We had guys from Hunters Point, Trail Hill, Fillmore District, you understand, 3rd Street. They had guys so bad it didn't rain on them. He walked between the drums.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how bad it was.
So, was riding out of state, was that a thing back then? Riding to different states?
Oh no, we went into riding. That started later on.
Yeah.
Because the old motorcycle we had, the best we could get is to Los Angeles.
Okay.
You understand? We didn't ride to out of state and stuff like that.
So how do you feel about that now with everybody doing it now?
Well, that's because they got better bikes.
Okay.
Better bikes and bikes that you could ride. I rode a chopper from Palo Alto, California to Newton, Mississippi. Yeah, in 1957. You understand? And you know, that's something that said it couldn't be done. You had to go across Texas, you know, gas stations was every now and then.
Yeah.
You understand? I had a 2-gallon can on my sister bar. Every time I run out, I'd go to get to the next gas station. You understand? Took me 4 days to go from Palo Alto to Newton, Mississippi.
What was it? What was that experience like? Were you by yourself at the time?
Yeah.
In what year?
In 1957.
By yourself.
By myself.
So-
and didn't read or write.
So what was all, did we ever have any racial tension on the set? Was there ever any racial
Oh yeah. You understand? They had it ever since I've been riding in the Bay Area. I found more racism in California than it did down in the South. Yeah.
Mr. Heavy, I heard you said you went all the way back to Mississippi by yourself. You didn't read or write,
Mm-hmm.
but you was born intelligent, wasn't you?
Oh, you know what?
How intelligent?
Real intelligent.
Okay, I just want to know.
Yeah,
I'm just checking.
yeah.
Well, I mean, for him to be able to get there, that have to take intelligence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know some guys right now that I was in school with that cannot read and honestly cannot count, that I was locked up with. Say, Roland, read my letter for me.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll read it for them. But they can count some money. They know them numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Now they own a bike set. They take their bike apart, put it back together, but they can't read. Hands-on experience. So,
Born intelligent?
yes.
You can't be denied
Yes. So
intelligence.
my thing is this. I did the 48 states. And Sal, my cousin, inspired me. Highway Smiley, Kings of Cali, he inspired me.
Yeah.
And I said, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And it was a big fear because I used to talk to my daddy, which you know him, Big Hodge, and we talked sometimes.
Yeah.
And he would tell me certain things, and then I would hear stuff from other people. And then you watch that Son Anarchy bullshit, and you see stuff on TV besides that and all this, and you like, man, I'm not trying to get caught slipping at the border of Mississippi with my black ass, because all of the trees in Mississippi down there have black blood on them. So when I did the 48 states, I started off fear. Then I just got happy. And you know what I discovered? That anybody on two wheels, when them other people see you, no matter what race they are, They all smile at you and say, hey, it's something about them two wheels that make other people.
It's called having something in common.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got something in common, that's what they recognize.
Heavy, have we ever had any battles between black motorcycle club and white motorcycle club?
Like the red and white and the black and white.
Have we ever had
No, we didn't have that.
So the myth that we had to fight to be here and all that, where does that come from?
Well, that comes from the red and white, you understand, Gypsy Jokers and things like that, because, we don't fight. Black bands selling from different clubs this here lately, it got where they would fight one another.
Okay.
Because most of the time, back when I was coming along, if it was a fight, it was a funeral.
Wait, he said
it was a fight.
Yeah, but he said, and this troubles my heart right now, because you telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, back in the days, y'all wasn't fighting against each other.
No.
But now you see my generation, the generation over me, and the little generation under me, beating the shit out of each other because somebody said something or because of one of these old.
He don't like what he done. See, that's what happened. That's what happened to Soul Brothers. We let the neighborhood gang enhancers get into the club and took away the trust and unity of one another. We used to have it where a brother, you understand, don't care where he was at, if he called you, you had to be the one to get that. You understand, where you at? Now you got to ask him what's the matter. You got to ask him what's the matter. Because see, he'll bring you into something. You understand?
You don't know what the hell is going on. Ain't nothing to club related.
No, nothing.
You mad because Tony from Chattanooga, Mississippi, that moved out here and started fucking on Tamika.
Yeah, that's right.
This is my thing too, Heavy. So if there were no battles between black motorcycle club and white motorcycle club, and when the 1%ers and OMC started, and a lot of times we were taught that they govern us because of the war and stuff that they fought.
But you see, I was a 1%er in the late 50s, and it was Gypsy Jokers, Hells Angels, San Francisco Rattlers. We was 1%er. I was in town down below. I can't get done when I get to talking.
That's that Viagra, man.
Well, I was able to put to sleep. That's all.
So what I'm saying is, okay, so if there were no
Big
wars,
sir.
if you said that there were no wars between the blacks and the whites, then where does that myth come from that the blacks, like our big brothers, the OMC, the 1%ers, such as yourself, where does it come from that you guys did all the fighting so that we could ride on motorcycles in peace?
But that comes from people like the Angels that took over, you understand, and started making people ask to do this and do that, but they didn't never mess with the blacks because we didn't fool with them. You understand? The women come to us. You understand? We took 18 of them in one night. 18 of them, 18 in one night.
Yeah. So they was trying to govern themselves, not us.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because they know if they hit a black, it was going to be a fight in the field.
So how do you feel now when you have people saying, and I won't call no club names out. You have to go talk to, I will call a club name out, like in Vegas. You know, some people say, man, go talk to the Soul Brothers, or go talk to the Chosen Few, or go talk to them, or talk to them.
But you see, I was in Vegas in 1952, and they wouldn't even let you have a club.
Who wouldn't let you have a club?
The city
The
of
police.
Okay.
in the city of Las Vegas, Nevada.
That's
They
why
wouldn't let
it's
you
hard
have it.
now. That's why it's hard now.
Yeah.
See, so
Your Soul Brother president out here would tell you. About 2 years ago, and the lady behind the camera probably was out one time. Metro will pull up, and they'll want to walk through the club, and then they'll just leave us. But if you act like you don't want to let them, then we have issues.
Yeah.
But this is my thing. What I'm trying to get to is this, and I see you help me with this. What I'm trying to get to is, if there was never anything to cause a governing. See, my thing is this. I believe that the only reason why we go to the higher ups is so that we can learn to get educated before we start this motorcycle thing. In other words, I come to you guys and say, hey man, I want to start a motorcycle club, and you guys educate me, and then once you feel like I'm educated enough, then you birth me to start my club. Okay? To me, that was the original way it was. Now, with the councils, the boards, and all this other stuff going on, and you got people telling you, no, you can't start this club, or
you gotta wear soft colors,
that's what I'm saying.
Because it never was no soft colors when you was coming up.
No, you understand? And another thing, you understand? It was no such thing as how many you had to have. No,
That's a good thing you just said.
no, it was no such thing as that. You understand? The most important thing was about then, you understand, is you know who you with, and you trust who you with, and then we ain't gonna give no shit and we ain't gonna take none.
Yeah.
But you know, this thing, to me, it's about control. But what do you control us?
Okay.
What about controlling paying your bills?
Yeah.
What
Let's
about
control your house?
What about controlling buying your home for your family? You know, going to and from, respecting and loving your family. What about that?
Okay.
What about, I'm from Mississippi, that's all I'm going, Natchez, Mississippi. You know, I spoke to grown folks, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am.
Yeah.
How you doing? And we look out from that. And since we got from that, we're not respecting each other.
Yeah.
You know, we just got to get
Respecting unity of one another.
And when we get back to that, then we're going to start loving each other. And if we ain't loving each other, then we'll love each other. I don't understand any of it because there ain't no money in a lot of ways people acting, and we're allowed to sit acting. There ain't no money in it. So why are you acting that way?
Heavy. Back then when you came from the Rattlers and Soul Brothers, MC, did it ever stand for Men's Club, or was it automatically Motorcycle Club from the beginning?
It was automatic. When we started Soul Brother, we took the bylaws of San Francisco Rattlers, such as we didn't have a co-ed club. Okay. We had all men. Because co-ed club caused a lot of problems. You ain't gonna let me call your wife no bitch.
Yeah.
You understand? She gotta go home and listen to that all week. You understand? You let her heavy call me a bitch. You understand?
With your punk ass.
Yeah. Well, nigga, you a punk because you let her do that. And then next week you come back to club meeting, your prisons is all up. You talk to me that way.
Yeah.
So what they saying today when they say, look, let me, to the females out there, I love y'all, I respect y'all, but he said something very important, and I know a lot of people say something. So when they say, man, that's the reason why we don't have females in the club, or we don't let females do this now because it's all problems.
Yeah.
So that's basically what you guys was doing before I was born.
Right.
But my
Called
question,
pillow
what
talk.
I'm saying, but my
Pillow
question
talk.
is this: did MC ever stand for Men's Club, or was it originally
Motorcycle
straight
Club?
Motorcycle Club?
It was for motorcycle club.
Okay. So the
MC.
MC. 'Cause I was when I was doing some history, I was taught that.
The C for cycle, M for motor. You understand?
I
Cycle.
got it. But I was doing some history, and it was brought up that the MC originally stood for Men's Club because that's what it was at the time. Because no females were allowed, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the common denominator was motorcycle, so that's what made it, MC, Motorcycle Club, Men's Club, all nine yards.
Back then, it wasn't that many women riding.
Yeah.
So they put a co-ed club, you understand? She had a patch, but she riding on the back. But she could come to meeting. But in the meantime, that's why I left the Rattlers in 1962, because the lady was become president of the San Francisco Rattlers. And I said, no, it's time to go.
That's sort of like they like a lot of men, and I grew up like that.
Yeah.
We don't believe in women pastors.
Yeah.
All right?
You know, so it's like when a lady come into a motorcycle club, which is pretty much the man club, a lot of people, I would never be in a club where a woman is my president. I'm sorry, I'm not disputing. I don't have nothing bad to say about it, but I wouldn't do that. But I don't knock them. Do your thing, but I don't follow what's supposed to follow me.
I don't want to be in a club with men and women. Not any club.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Let the ladies have their club, let them do what they do.
Yeah.
Let me do us what we do.
So, Happy, how do you feel about the female clubs now, though? The ones that we got out here now that are
They ride.
riding across
They're
state
riding.
lines?
They're
Yeah.
riding.
Yeah.
You understand?
They doing
You got
more
to
than
give them
half
their
of these
respect.
dudes. Yeah.
You understand? But I couldn't bring them into my club and
In
tell
other
them-
words, they do their thing, we
Yeah.
do ours, and we can kick it together.
Yeah.
You were saying that you couldn't bring them to the club and do what?
We could bring them in the club, you understand, and sit down with meetings
Yeah.
because they think different than we do.
Okay.
You know,
And that's
so-
not a bad thing. And just for the camera and the people that's listening, nobody is bashing a female club. The only thing he's saying is women should have their own club, men should have their own club,
Right.
women have their meeting, men have their meeting, because a woman president come in there and be like, girl, or man, y'all, I was cramping and that thing was too small for me and all that type. You
Yeah.
don't want to hear that shit.
No.
You know, we already bad enough talking about how the girls
Well,
say.
I think the other
the
part of it
dude-
is this too, is that when it comes to running a motorcycle club, and you're asking for what you're asking for on that level.
Mama said she was in the car with me.
Okay. Yeah, we got a meeting here yesterday, and I'll
when-
be right with
when,
you.
When you're dealing with a motorcycle club, and when you're dealing with a male motorcycle club, it would be hard for a woman to sustain order. It would be hard for her to sustain peace. It would be hard for her to make decisions that control the movement of the motorcycle.
Okay, real quick. We're gonna bring a female MC that I know for a fact has been riding her bike or whatever, and we're gonna
How you
hear
doing, though,
her
Dad?
input, or we're gonna ask her
Yeah.
a couple of questions. No, we need you there. You are OG
Okay,
on the
man.
show, so we need you there. So excuse me. It's your wife, OG?
No, it's one of my followers.
Okay, introduce yourself.
Doc J, Phoenix president, Other Side of Darkness.
Okay, now, you heard what we were just saying, right? You my homegirl. We both in Compton. This my homegirl. She's cool. She ride her bike. So my question is, you heard what we were saying as far as like, don't bring the woman in this, let the women do their own thing. As a woman president, do you agree with that?
I do agree with that, and I agree with that because females are very emotional.
Yeah.
And mixing females with men is never gonna work.
No.
Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have a female that's gonna like that brother, or that brother gonna like that sister.
And then he come to Tinder dick and she the hot pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
not just on that, just as far as being on a motorcycle. Men ride different than women. My
Yeah.
husband he rides hard. I'm not supposed to go down trying to chase behind him because he rides crazy. You know, as a female, I want to ride safe. I still want to be cute. You know, I don't want to get hurt. So I'm not going to try to race with a man. You know what I mean? I want to ride. We ride soft. You know, we ride hard, but we ride
So
soft.
let me ask you
it's
this, Prez. What is your impact as a female president with a female club? What is it that you want to be impacted on? What is your impact on the set? What do you think you got? What impact you
What
women
do you bring to
that
it?
you think you can bring to the
You know,
set?
what I'm trying to bring to the set just as a female MC, and no disrespect to the social clubs and the women that, you know, come out and support the men on that level. We will never be men, but I want to bring to the set that women, we ride too. We don't have to be on the back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't have to sleep around to get our respect. We earn our respect by riding our bike. You know,
Yeah.
run them motors and stop running these miles,
That part.
creating drama. So I want to bring the set because I respect my brothers. They open the doors for us. And I want with my brothers to see me and my women, oh, that's the other side of darkness. They're positive, you know, they really in the community trying to give back. And most importantly, they ride their bike. I rode out here from Arizona, you know, that's my first long ride. So, you know, I'm gonna blow it up, but that's what me and my sisters do. We wanna ride. We wanna ride and we wanna support our brothers on that level.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel being the wife of a soul brother that's up under a legend?
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and that's why I do what I do, because I always want to not just make my husband proud, but I want to make his brothers proud. I want to make the people that paved the way for him and the other brothers proud to say, hey, we did something. So at the end of the day, when they're gone, this is their legacy. We are the legacy. We're the next generation to know that they opened the doors for a reason, not for us to be out here being disrespectful. You know what I mean? Running our mouths, but just recognizing that men are the heads. We are up under you guys. So we should never be disrespectful. And that's really what I want to bring, you know, just as far as the women MCs, because it is a lot of women MCs that think they men. We are not a man. We are women. So you still respect these men. You don't try to stand up and go toe-to-toe with a man. That's not what we about. We let people know we women, we love our brothers, we don't ride with our brothers.
I want you to ask this man who made it possible, who paved the way for us as blacks to be able to ride our bikes and to know what being in this stuff is about, which is our cuts and our rags, our colors, whatever you want to call them. I want you to ask him, before we go, because we know he has to go, I want you to ask him one question. And whatever answer he take to you, this is very important, use it to grow your club. So he's going to give you fertilizer when you ask him right now.
So, brother, I guess my question for you is as a woman, since you guys opened the door, you know, back in the days, you know, women was not allowed on the set. So now that we are allowed
Wait,
on the set,
is that true?
Is that true?
Because he said it was a woman riding back then. That's like what Sale was telling me. People tell us stuff and we don't know. We listen to that.
So women were allowed on the set, but what was their capacity? What was the capacity of a woman on the set back
Well,
then?
the women had a lot of respect back then because it was very few riders. You understand? I know that in Northern California, it was over than 3 women that were riding the motorcycle.
Okay.
Margie, Irma, and
What about showgirl or Showtime out there in LA? She was riding with like back with my daddy. She like 74, 75, something.
yeah,
70
yes,
something.
that she was right back in the day of the Star Rider.
Yeah.
Star Riders, Jolly Riders.
Yeah.
I was in there during them days when they had the black clubs there.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was over down 103rd and Broadway.
Yup.
And,
So
She didn't ask her question.
I know. Okay, go ahead.
So now that I know women were allowed, but the question is where do you see women, as far as women that are riding, you know, that starting motorcycle clubs, 10 years from now, where do you really see women growing and fitting in on the motorcycle scene?
Because women, it's just like women, to my thing, women that use dope, you understand, their immune system gets higher than a man.
Okay.
You understand? And riding motorcycles, they'll ride harder than. And man, I rode back from Seattle with what's the name of the girl club here? Road Queen. We rode back from much of color. I had a ball. Because I always love to see a woman ride. I learned a lot of women how to ride.
Yeah.
I got a couple ladies out here, right here, in this park, that I learned how to ride.
Yeah.
You see, it's just the thing is about it. People took the respect and unity away from women and the bike.
So basically, what you just said to her is, no, he said people, not women, all of them. So basically, what you saying is, you see the women splurging and just having fun.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Say this here, you know, you see the women riding their bikes, and that's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
But again, you spoke, the young lady here said, you know, women being women, right? You don't act like a man when your motorcycle breaks down, you're gonna turn back to a girl.
Hey, that's what sales. That's what sales.
Don't act like a man.
Is that what I told
And
him?
when your
Yeah.
motorcycle break down, can you change my
No,
tire?
not only
Man
that.
up.
Not only that. Gorilla Blue, can you bag my bike up? I'm on my tippy toe.
Tie
Bag
bike
your
down
own
on the
damn
truck.
bike up.
Pick
That's
it up,
what's up.
pick it up, tie it down on the truck. Don't act like a man. You know, in the motorcycle set, you
But
tough
see,
and you rough. Over time, when you break down, call somebody, come get me, get yourself.
If a man is a man,
That's
he
why
see
I'm
a
ride
woman
like
trying
a
to
woman,
do
'cause I need them to
something, he
fix
already
my
gonna
bike
show
if I break down.
show himself, lady, can I be some service to you?
Yeah.
But
then
leave
a
it
lot
at
of-
that.
But a lot of that's back then. But now, we have what we call tender days,
Yeah, well,
and we have them hot.
we had him back when I started
Yeah.
riding.
So if I change your oil, you gonna have to let me tune you up.
No,
That's what they looking at now, OG.
but listen. But you see, the woman got to tell him, you know what I'm saying? If you got to change, if I got to change your oil and everything, then you got to start taking care of me.
Yeah. Pay that rent.
Pay that rent. Good thrill, but it don't pay no bill. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, that's
All
my
right.
time
Well,
on this one, man. I love
we
y'all.
appreciate you
Y'all
guys,
stay tuned, man. Legends
I
and G's. I
respect
hope y'all learned
y'all.
something
I love
from there.
y'all, Legends,
It's your boy,
Soul
Big Cell
Brothers,
FA Choice,
my
and I see,
sister,
man. We here, man.
Doc J, Other Side of Darkness, Big Cell, FHOHNIC.
Yeah, man.
And we thank the camera lady, Miss Carletta of Carletta Creations.
Yeah.
We thank y'all so much, man. The interview is over with, so now let's get to the Soul
Your
Brothers
blood.
and shaking the
Yeah.
feathers.
There it
Now
is.
your mother, Chaplain Richard. Yes, man, I know when this